Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and happy Monday. Hope you're having a great day. Hope the weather is doing well for you, and that you are um, enjoying the day. Certainly down in Florida, it's a beautiful sunny day once again, and I know many of my friends and colleagues from the John Maxwell team will be heading down this way to Florida this week. So listen, safe travels to all of you guys as you do that. So today, I wanted to just come and really talk a little bit. It's a bit of a mastermind, all right? So a bit of a mastermind, like I said, I would bring some thoughts on simple little mastermind topics to Facebook Live, so you can all uh, get chance to sort of learn a little bit, think a little bit. And if you want to take it further, then obviously you can join either my mastermind community or if I run any more mastermind groups, you can join those. But today, really, what I wanted to talk about is this subject of, or the two subjects of leadership and influence, and how, to be honest, I believe the two are intertwined. I just wrote today an article that went out on LinkedIn, and I sort of posted it on the Facebook page as well. So if you want to go and have a look at that, this basically is what I'm talking about in there, is how we are. There's many people that will say that we are that they're not a leader, all right, and by that they mean that they don't have a leader in their title, in their job title. The thing is with that is that you don't have to have a leader within your job title to be a leader. We are all leaders. And here's the thing that Jay Goff and I talk about quite often on our Wednesday show, sort of leading through influence, is that we all have influence over other people, right? Whether it's intentional, whether it's unintentional, we all have influence over others. We all can positively or negatively affect how somebody else behaves, because a lot of what people do is they do what people see, right? So if I'm doing something, somebody else sees it, they may decide that they want to do the same thing. Right now, this was obviously more relevant when I was in my employed role, right? But even now, as self-employed, as a coach and consultant, if I am talking to a business owner or a leadership team or whatever and say, yeah, this is the way you should do it, but actually they see me doing excuse me, see me doing something else, then they're going to follow what they see me doing, or they're going to look at it and say, well, hang on a minute, this doesn't quite sort of fit together. So what I did on this article is I just shared 5 tips that will help you to increase your positive influence over other people. All right, now again, let's get this right with influence. I'm not saying with influence that we should be looking to manipulate people. That's not what influence is. All right, influence again is helping other people to be the same. So the first tip on here is to always act with integrity. And what I know with that is that integrity builds trust, and trust is the foundation of every successful relationship, whether it's organisationally or personally. Right now, I know that in the past I've not always done this, and therefore my sort of personal life has suffered. I would I've done it at work, but why haven't I done it at home? Right? I'm a leader. I see myself as a leader at work, but why didn't I see myself as a leader at home? And then I had those, that influence that I was having had a negative effect. Okay, so just think about that and think about it, and make sure that when you are, you are always acting with integrity. I'm just going to switch to Facebook on my phone so I can see any comments, because I don't think I can see it on Ecamm here. So again, if you've got any comments, feel free to chime in with them. All right, this is about you guys gaining something from it. I mean, everything that I do, ultimately, what I want to do is I want to add value to other people. Right, I'm looking to I'm looking to help other people become the best version of themselves. So, hey Axel, thanks for joining. So acting with integrity is important for me, right? And again, I'll be honest and say that I haven't always done that in the past, but I should do, right? And now I do because I understand it. And here's the thing, right? You can't go back and change what's happened in the past, but you can change what happens in the future by taking action today. Right? The important thing is you have to take action today. So always act with integrity, and this comes back again to people do what people see, and it's the way of you walking the walk as well as talking the talk. All right. So make sure that you are integrous in everything that you do and genuine. The second tip is to listen more than you talk. Now, I was always told, and particularly as I was sort of going through the sales environments, that we've got two of these, i.e. two ears and one mouth, and we should use them in that proportion. All right. The challenge is a lot of people are too quick to use this and they don't use these. All right. Or what often happens, you've probably heard this saying, like, you hear but you don't listen, right? So, and you may have been in this situation yourself where somebody's talking, and as they're talking, they say something, and straight away you're thinking, like, what's your response going to be? How can you sort of come back at that or give an answer to that? And actually, they haven't finished talking. So what we're doing then is we've stopped listening. Right? We're hearing, but we're actually formulating our answer. Or you'll also see some people that, again, you're still talking, and they're like they're itching to say something and get in there. Well, they're not listening to what you're saying then. They've already heard something, and they're formulating a response and a reaction before you finish talking about what you're saying. So again, as a way of influence is to listen to people more than you talk. Right? And then if you're not sure what's been said, then ask questions for clarification. The third thing is empower other people, all right, and empower other people to do the right thing. And this is a huge one. All right? I'm a big proponent of this, and part of my sort of thesis now, my vision is developing a culture of empowerment. And when you empower other people, hey Desi, hey Gail, thanks for tuning in. When you empower other people, what you're doing is you're showing that it's okay for them to make decisions. It's okay for them to take responsibility and ownership. And what you'll find with this is that as they do that, the level of the performance will actually increase. Right? Just by giving people that empowerment. Again, how many times have you seen it yourself where somebody is saying, well, I'm not going to do that because nobody gives me any credit for it, or if I make that suggestion, it's just going to get shot down. Right? It happens too often, right? And this is why the Gallup polls say that 85-ish%, depend which poll you read, 85% of people are not engaged in their job. Right? If they're not engaged in their job, they're not going to perform at the highest level. So if you empower other people to do the right thing, and know that let them know that you've got their back, guess what? They're going to have your back, right? And they'll make the right decisions because they are empowered to that. And then the other part of my sort of mission statement is actually to create a legacy of excellence. And I talk about creating a legacy of leadership excellence. And what I mean by this is that the route to sustained success is like a conveyor belt of emerging leadership talent. And if you are empowering others and you demonstrating yourself, right, with integrity, and you're listening more than you're talking, you're displaying those right behaviours, other people will see those behaviours and they will then copy those behaviours. Right? And as they copy those behaviours, then that will produce excellence within the workplace. Now, the result of this is that everybody then within the workplace has a desire to excel. And when people have a desire to excel, they're going to do their best, right? They're going to give it 100% every single day. Right? And if they've got a question, if they've got a suggestion, they're going to come to you with that question or with that suggestion because they want to do the best. and they know that if they do the best, the everybody is going to succeed. Right? So create a culture of excellence. And then the last one is nurture your successor. Now this is one that, again, I've seen a lot of people and spoken to a lot of people, and they're like, they seem to be fearful and a bit wary of emerging talent. Right? If somebody is coming through and they look at them and they say, man, they're like more gifted than I am, they don't necessarily want to develop them, and that's wrong. Right? We need to be developing that talent. As a leader and as somebody that wants to grow and progress yourself, you need to create a succession plan. You need to be creating your successor so that you can move on to the next level. You should be creating talent, which means that then you can go on and take your vacation, right? Take your days off that you do without worrying about what's going on at the office. Right? Those leaders that say, well, if I leave, the whole place falls apart. Guess what? They're not strong leaders. Right? They're actually weak leaders. The measurement of how strong you are as a leader is how well your operation runs when you're not there. Don't be frightened of that. You should nurture that. You should create that. Right? That's the positive way of looking at it. The negative way of looking at it is to put a lid and suppress those that are on your team because you don't want them to take your job. Well, if you're worried about them taking a job, that says more about you than it does them. Right? So you need to get on. And if you think about it again, you're influencing them in a negative way because you're showing people that it's okay to put other people down. Right? And what happens is that you'll end up staying in your job, your best people will leave and go and get other positions because you're not nurturing them and you're not developing them, and therefore your department and your organisation performance will go down. Right? So it's a negative way of looking at things. Right? So don't do it. So that's really just five sort of tips on influence and how influence is leadership and leadership is influence. They're intertwined, and how you can use that in your personal and professional life to move on. So again, if you enjoy listening to these and you would like to be involved in more interactive discussions, you may want to join my mastermind community. And if you want that, just send me a personal message and I'll send you the link to that. It's one where I'm looking for quality rather than quantity. Right? It's not about making lots of money. It's about getting people in there that are going to learn and grow and develop together. They're going to be involved in interactive conversations. And we will have, these are just snippets that I'll put on Facebook Live, and I'll do these a few times, maybe once a week, twice a week. These are going to be like 10-15 minutes, sort of like just brief, giving you some sort of thought provokers. The mastermind community, twice a month, on the first and third Thursday of every month, we actually have a live call where I'll teach on a subject and then we'll discuss it. And the members of the mastermind community can come in and they can ask questions, and we have an interactive forum online, a secure portal, and again we can discuss things on there. So if you have any questions on leadership, if you have any questions on influence, if you a specific topic that you are interested in learning more about, let me know. Let me know. I'm more than happy to talk about it on here. So, I hope you have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Have a great week, and I will look forward to bringing you more insights soon. Thanks for now.